What's going on, you guys? So, I have not been on TikTok or Instagram or anything in a while. Because honestly, life was lifing, and unfortunately, from my previous post, I did get a tech sales job with that boot camp that I went through, but unfortunately, life happened. The person who watches my kids or was watching my kids, she got really ill. I let the company I was working for know, and I was hoping they would put me in like the next class. Mind you, I waited a month to go through their training process. And they said no. They asked me to resign. And they didn't even ask any questions if I could find other childcare. She was very ill. She was in the hospital for 4 days. And yeah, so I resigned because I didn't have anybody else. They could care less. And they were just like, you can reapply when you do find proper childcare. But I mean, I heard so many good things about tech companies and working in tech sales. I just know that's not the company for me. They don't have any compassion for their employees, their lives. They're really strict on their first 90-day policy. You can't miss any days. But yeah, so that happened. I was very upset, and I kind of just went into like a little shell. Especially that day, I wanted to just sleep all day because I was hot. I was like 1,000% hot. I waited a month. I got the job. I was super excited, and then life happened. So with that being said, the same day I decided, because I've been on like this work from home journey since before I had my daughter. When I was pregnant, I worked for 10 years in the school system, and I just don't want to go back. I want to be available for my kids. I want to continue to homeschool, and working a 9 to 5 just isn't for me. I want something I'm able to do around my kids. So like the saying says, you make lemons into lemonade. I mean, that day though, when they told me to resign, I mean, I was in tears. I was mad because it's so hard for moms, especially to work around their kids. And then, life happens. People, and they just chose not to understand. So I did sign up with a company called Arise, and it's basically like contract customer service. I am still a virtual assistant. It's just not bringing me in the income that I would like to generate. So I decided to focus on those two things and just start making income with the contracted customer service through Arise, and focus more on building relationships and networking for my virtual assistant practice. And that's it. That's all I'm going to be focusing on. And maybe sharing with you guys, other work from home jobs that I can find around moms. Because my husband works a full-time job, and he's the main breadwinner. And I just can't take that and say, hey, can you work around whatever schedule they give me? It doesn't work like that. And I'm pretty sure there's other moms out here that understand when your husband has a schedule and a set schedule, you work around that schedule. So I'm just going to continue to focus on the positives, and just keep going, because this thing is not going to stop me. It happened. I was grateful. I was excited. And, when things don't work out, you figure it out. That's what women do. We figure things out. We keep it moving. I mean, I prayed on it. Like I said, I was upset. I was so upset. But it's okay. It is what it is. So I hope y'all are doing well. I'm getting ready for our party. I'm attending my cousin's 75th birthday party, and I'm not going to post this until after her party, or after I get there, until she gets there, because I do not want to spoil the surprise. So I hope you guys are blessed, and I will keep you guys updated, and I will share with you any new work from home jobs for moms, especially for moms, because that is kind of like where I'm at in the life. I could always go back to my regular 9 to 5, but it's not for me. It's not what I want. It's not the life I'm trying to live. I want to be able to be there for my kids. I want to be able to spoil them. And, hey, if I have to go through a couple rabbit holes to get there, I will. And through this whole, 3 years that I've been home trying to figure out work from home life, balance around my kids, balancing wife life, mom life, work life, all the lives. I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to be vigilant. I mean, that's all I can do. And that's what I'm going to keep doing. I went to school right after high school, and I got my degree. And it's so crazy to me that we were told, you get a degree, it's going to be easy for you to find a job. Yeah, no, it really depends. And I'm also in school now. Currently, I am in school for cybersecurity because I really like tech. I mean, tech was something that I thought was going to be it for me. And maybe that company just wasn't for me. And maybe there'll be a new company that is for me. But I definitely need a company that lets you create your schedule, because my husband has odd shifts sometimes. Sometimes he's home, sometimes he's not. Sometimes he's working long shifts, sometimes he's not working long shifts. In 6 months, his hours could change. I mean, it's crazy, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy my kids. And if we're not making 6 figures and above every month, I mean, it is what it is, because I'd rather be home helping raise my kids, making sure they're safe, and being available to their needs. So that was my little 2-cent rant. But anyways, all right, I am going to put some makeup on, because your girl needs some makeup. Yeah. I'm gonna go work out. Look at this chin. They told me, like, if you do this to your chin, it would help with that little piece that hangs low. I don't know who told me that. I think it was my cousin. She said to just put it and then push it to the back. My cousin's an esthetician, so she's always trying to give me the tips and the tricks, but I'm not one for those things. I'll see y'all later.